The seed of education. Education is more than books, more than marks, more than classrooms. Education is the seed that shapes our destiny. Today, I'll tell you a powerful story, one that reveals the real value of learning, discipline, and the courage to grow. A story that shows why true education never fails those who embrace it. So sit back, listen closely, because this story might just change the way you think about your own journey. The story, The Two Seeds. Scene 1, the village of two paths. In a quiet village surrounded by mountains, lived two boys, Ayan and Rafik. They were neighbors, friends, and classmates. Ayan was curious, always asking questions, always eager to learn, even when the lessons were difficult. Rafik, on the other hand, he was smart but careless. He wanted quick results, not long journeys. He believed success was about luck, shortcuts, and charm, not effort. Their teacher, Master Rahim, noticed this difference. One morning he decided to teach them a lesson that wasn't written in any textbook. Scene 2, the mysterious seeds. Master Rahim gave each boy a small packet. Inside were two tiny seeds. He said, "Whoever brings back the healthiest plant after 3 months will receive a prize. But more importantly, you will learn something that will help you for life." Ayan held his seeds gently. He knew growth takes time. Rafik smirked. "How hard can it be? They're just plants," he whispered. But he didn't know. These seeds were not ordinary. They were a test of patience, discipline, and dedication. Scene 3, Ayan's journey of patience. Ayan went home, excited but serious. He prepared soft soil, watered it lightly, placed the pot where sunlight kissed it gently. Every day he checked the soil. Never too much water, never too little. He studied how plants grow. He asked elders for advice. He even wrote notes just to understand better. Weeks passed. The sprout appeared. Then it grew taller and stronger because it was nurtured with care, knowledge, and love. Ayan understood something important. Good things grow slowly, but they grow surely. Scene 4, Rafik's shortcuts. Rafik, meanwhile, threw his seeds into a pot on day 1 and forgot about them by day 2. When he remembered after a week, he poured too much water. Another week, too much sunlight. Another, he gave up completely. One day he looked at Ayan's plant and panicked. His pot was still empty. He thought, "Why should I work hard? I'll just buy a plant from the market and pretend I grew it." And so he did. He replaced the empty pot with a beautiful plant. It looked strong, but only from the outside, because it had not been grown. It had been faked. Scene 5, the examination day. 3 months passed. The whole class gathered. Ayan walked in, holding a tall, bright green plant that danced gently in the wind. Rafik entered too with a perfect-looking plant, bought the night before. Master Rahim examined Ayan's plant. He touched the leaves, felt the soil, and smiled proudly. "This plant has grown with patience, effort, and understanding." Then he turned to Rafik's plant. He touched the soil. It was too dry. The leaves were dusted with chemicals used in nurseries, and the roots loose and shallow. He looked at Rafik and said softly, "You didn't grow this." Rafik lowered his head. He knew he had been caught. Scene 6, the reveal, the true test. Then Master Rahim did something unexpected. He held up both packets, the ones he had given 3 months ago, and said, "These seeds were dead seeds." The class gasped. Rafik looked confused. Ayan looked surprised. Master Rahim continued, "They were never supposed to grow into plants. They were a test, not of your gardening, but of your character." He looked at Rafik. "You tried to cheat your way to success, but shortcuts don't create real growth." Then he turned to Ayan. "You watered nothing for 3 months, but you watered it with hope. You learned. You tried. You stayed disciplined, even though you didn't know the result." Scene 7, the moral lesson. Master Rahim smiled warmly and said, "This is what education is. Not memorizing answers, not chasing marks, but showing patience when results are slow. Showing discipline when no one is watching. showing effort even when success is uncertain. He paused and added, "Education doesn't guarantee quick success, but it guarantees growth, strength, character, and the courage to keep moving forward." The class remained silent, but their hearts understood the message clearly. Scene 8. The transformation. From that day, Rafiq changed. Not overnight, but slowly, just like a seed. He stopped looking for shortcuts. He started asking questions. He started learning from his mistakes, from his teachers, from life. And Ayan? He kept growing just like his plant, rooted in discipline, reaching toward the light. So what does this story teach us? The real value of education is not in certificates or marks. It is in the habits we build, the patience we develop, the character we strengthen, and the effort we put in even when the result is hidden. Because in life, just like with seeds, the things that grow slowly grow the strongest. Remember, education is not a race. It is a journey. Walk it with honesty, patience, and hope, and it will lead you to places great shortcuts never can.
Hi everyone! I am your white fairy friend. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends.